UEFA Nations League before story.
Yeah.
International football has been keeping us company as club football is currently on hold. From friendlies to competitive games, everything has been quite exciting to watch. Welcome to Football Analysis on SEETV. I'm yours truly, Omola Bakeraji. And you know how we do. You can be a part of the show, so make sure to follow us across our different social media handles, of which we're currently live on TikTok at SEETV Live 1. And on Instagram, you can also find us there at SEETV Live 1 as well. Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, we are SEETV Live, so be a part of the show. I'm not in the show alone today. With me, I've got a special guest. You get to meet him in a little bit. I'll be going on a really quick break. When I return, you get to see my pundit for the day is. Live and on Instagram and TikTok, it is at SEETV Live 1. So if you think you know about football, this is the place to be. Hey there. So you think you know about football? Join me, Omola Bakeraji, on SEETV every Tuesdays and Thursdays and put your football knowledge to the test. You stand a chance to win up to 5 gigabytes of data. All you have to do is to follow us across our social media handles and answer the question on there correctly. To participate on the live quiz show, our handles are on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. It is at SEETV Live, and on Instagram and TikTok, it is at SEETV Live 1. So if you think you know about football, this is the place to be. Hey there. So you think you know about football? Join me, Omola Bakeraji, on SEETV every Tuesday. Welcome back. It is still Football Analysis on SEETV. I've got with me a very special guest. I've got Ibrahim Ayobiojo, aka Easy Baba.
Easy Baba.
Is the pride? Calm down.
Easy Baba.
all right. So, how are you? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm very well. Thank you very much.
No Premier League.
Yeah, right.
No,
No problem. No problem.
No
Well,
problem.
good. Let's start with which of the games should we start with? Some very exciting games. Let's talk about that game yesterday. Italy taking on England at the Giuseppe Meazza Stadium.
The replay of the final.
Yeah, right. The Euros 2020. That happened in 2021. In case you missed it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that game. For me, I have a lot to say about England's performance. A lot. I've ranted here earlier. So
Yes,
your thoughts about the
serious.
game in general, like. Let's talk about the goal.
Okay.
It's very, very important. Before we get to England,
Yes,
let's give Italy their due. Italy won it, 1-0. All right.
Deservedly.
Courtesy of Giacomo
Raspadori.
What a goal.
What a goal. What a goal. What an assist by Bonucci. Like, the pass was distinct, but should we talk about the finish? Turn and...
It's cute there.
No keeper is getting that. Not Pope, not Bishop, not Imam. I'm sorry. Just saying. Well, nobody's getting to that. Amazing goal. Amazing. See, should we start to talk about England and their abysmal performance
in the Nations League? They've been quite poor.
Abysmal performance under Gareth Southgate. Let us be factual. Gareth Southgate is not doing anything.
They got to the final of the Euros, though.
So you should be living on that tax, Abby.
I'm just saying. It's worth mentioning. Okay, in case you don't know, all right, we have England sitting very, very comfortably at the bottom of Group C in the League A, which they have now relegated now to the League B. And they have had some very, very interesting run of results, run of form. And for me, it's not due to lack of stars. You've got quality for days.
For years.
My question, though, is why does Gareth Southgate like to litter his team with right backs?
If it was actually only littering his team with right backs, it would be understandable. At least if you put right backs, they have plenty right backs on the bench. People will know. But you are starting with right back as a left back. Exactly.
When you have quality in other positions that you could actually be using. Okay, for example, now let's talk about the game against Italy.
Yeah. Looking
at the lineup, okay, you started out with Harry Maguire. You played a three-man back line, so you played a 3-4-3, right? Harry Maguire, Eric Dyer, Kyle Walker. In the middle of the park, you have Bukayo Saka. On the left, which I don't know what he's doing there, you have Declan Rice.
I'm ready to talk.
You have Declan Rice, you have Jude Bellingham,
Yeah.
and you have Reece James there in the middle of the park. And up front, you have Raheem Sterling, Harry Kane, and Phil Foden. I don't think we have anything to say about the front line.
Front
it was
no,
good.
no problem.
At the back, I wasn't excited about the back line, for one. You have Fikayo Tomori on the bench. I mean, use him.
England's best defender at the moment.
I mean, he's balling for Milan. He's balling.
He's toe-to-toe with Eric Dyer when it comes to performances for club.
They've been dropping it. Okay, so what was Bukayo Saka doing on the left, for example?
What was Maguire doing starting in that game? See, we have so many complaints, right? What was Bukayo Saka doing there? What was Harry Maguire doing there? What was Kyle Walker doing there? How many games has Kyle Walker played for Man City this season? Kyle Walker is aged. I can run faster than Kyle Walker. I've said it and I'm still going to say it again. So now you are putting Kyle Walker in the 3-man defense. You're putting him at the right man defense. So, okay, he's a right back, right? You need stability at the back. You need solidity.
Yeah.
You need focus and everything. You have Dyer there already. Maguire, God. I'm still going to, I don't know why he started Maguire. Fikayo Tomori is in form of his life, right? Look at what AC Milan is doing in the league. And there is almost nothing that is facing AC Milan's defense that Fikayo Tomori is not ready to
handle, actually. In fairness for him, he set it into life in Italy very, very well.
Perfectly. Now, you benched him. What is he going to do to his morale? One, you are not starting a benched Harry Maguire.
He's struggling to get into the lineup for United.
For United, being replaced by a new signing.
Who has been dropping it? We're talking about Lisandro Martinez, right?
So what would I say about Fikayo Tomori? Think if I was Fikayo Tomori and I was on the bench, I was like, this is a must-win game. Just in case people don't know, that game between Italy and England, right, was a must-win game for England to avoid relegation, even to give them at least a minimal, the littlest of hope.
Yeah, the tiniest
of hope that okay, we can still try and make it out of this group and not get relegated. Now, I don't know what to say about. I don't know.
And the fact that you were starting Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham together, you needed something more.
That's a like
from an attacking midfielder to give you. Who's supposed to supply the guys up front?
I don't know.
Where
was on the bench. Grealish was on the bench. You benched your creative midfielders, right? You put a Declan Rice and a Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham can offer you services going forward. Fine. But
it's not his job.
It's not his job. His job was to mop up.
Yeah.
Mop up.
Be a shield.
Yes, be the shield.
That's not what
do the dirty jobs, right?
Shout out to Italy right there for the guys. You had Bonucci doing fantastic for Italy. For Barella as well, he didn't have that close call. I mean, it could have been 2-0 really. It was very, very close. Jorginho as well, Cristante, Di Marco, Raspadori has been having a fabulous time in the Serie A. And you also have Scamacca as well. So Italy takes this one, and
actually hit the bar.
Yeah, and it could have been more than 1-0 really. It should have been more than 1-0 because of how dominant Italy were. They knew what they were about and they went for it.
England,
on the other hand, we can't say the same thing. No.
The boys on their hand, they fought valiantly. They tried as much as they could. But if the tactics is lacking, if the head coach is lacking in his duties on positioning and everything,
we'll get to see them in the next game, right? I mean, they play Germany next. Let's see what are we expecting.
Germany has not been
fantastic
the Germany
as well.
we know. So if it was the top-notch Germany we know and they're facing this kind of abysmal form
of English team,
they'll beat them up, black and blue.
But in this case now, Germany as well, not doing so great.
Not doing so great, right? Italy, England. It's still up for Germany. I'll say us for Germany.
You see Germany taking this one.
I feel Southgate should be heading towards the gate at the end of this.
Well, it's not for us. So we're not the ones to actually make the decision. But
sure.
Life for me, it's not been exciting watching England play. They can do better. No, you don't have that much firepower. Quality for days in every position. You need to be giving us more.
Favoritism for the World Cup are just.
I don't think anyone assumed they were going to win.
No, like the rankings are on favorites.
It keeps dropping, absolutely. All right, so we get to see Germany take on England. I mean, during this international break, so we get to see. But I still think Germany would edge this one. Let's talk about Italy, though. The next game they're going to be playing Hungary, who have been the bosses of this particular group. Unexpectedly, I should say, because if you had seen the group before this round, the Nations League started, you're looking, I mean, you have a group where you have Hungary, you have Italy, you have Germany, you have England. One would have thought that Hungary might have been the whipping boys, but the whipping, they are not currently. So let's talk about Hungary's last game, their most recent game against Germany. I think Hungary were more hungry.
they were the hungry at the sea.
What a header.
That was not a header, that was a flick.
Oh, okay.
That was a flick against the, I don't remember that guy's second name, Hansi's team. I did that. I did that.
Yeah, I mean, what a flick against Assis Flick's side.
Yeah, but
what a goal.
By the returning Zalai, because that guy is Hungary's, how would I put it, he's an elite. He's an elite. He's 34 years old, and look at the kind of goal he scored. No keeper is getting to that, even if it was Neuer that was in between the sticks.
You can't blame Ter Stegen.
You can't blame him. That goal was. And after that, they got the goal very early in the first half, right?
Yes.
So that gave Italy 73. Germany 73 minutes to reply.
They couldn't find a response.
What are we going to say about
them? And it was not for lack of trying, because
their attempts were fine between. There are 3 attempts on target. Don't come and cover them up.
I'm not saying no. I'm just saying with the kind of firepower. Okay, look at the line of Germany. I think it's one that should scare any team. No, you should be worried.
True,
because
everybody should be worried.
There is quality and there is quality. But they had that, but they were unable to find the back of the net, which I don't know. For me, I feel like Hansi Flick's team so far, this Nations League, they haven't given me what the German machine typically does.
Exactly.
Hoping to see that in the World Cup though, but so far so good. They've not been given that.
It's not looking like it.
You have the midfield of Kimmich and Gundogan. Up front, you're having Gnabry, you have Muller, you have Sané.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, but he didn't start this particular game. There's Timo Werner spearheading the attack, and
Thomas Muller today.
Right, and at the back you have Hoffman, Sula, Anthony Rudiger, as well as Raum. So it's not for me. It's not for lack of quality, because player for player, the German team on taking on the Hungary side.
There's not a player in that team that beats any player in the German.
Not
even the legendary Salah.
Do you understand? And no offense to the Hungarians.
And funny enough, Hungary has been impeccable.
Yes,
in this group stage, they have been impeccable. Like against, in a group against Germany, former world champions, Italy, former world champions, England, former world champions. Your own champion for your country. You haven't won anything before, but you are making those champions look like this.
Actually sweat.
Especially England. England has been, official news, England has been relegated from the
League A to the League B. I don't think it is.
Do you know why? Because at the end of the day, right, Bundesliga team is in there. No, not a Bundesliga team. Bundesliga, Serie A versus the Premier League. So now should we say it's Hungarian?
We're not going there. Okay, we get to see the next round of games. We'll be talking about that in a minute. Away from that, though, let's also talk about some heavyweight clashes that went down earlier. All right, so moving away from the games that went down yesterday, we're talking about Belgium taking on Wales. For me, that was one game I was looking forward to some crackers. At this point, I mean, I did see a statement from KDB saying that he's just tired of playing Wales. Like, so much in his international career. He's played Wales so many times that it's not looking like a competition anymore. But I don't think they got the memo, because if it's not a competition, why did you win it? Belgium 2, Wales 1. KDB, he had a fabulous game. He scored the first goal, where we had Michy Batshuayi doubling Belgium's lead, making it 2, and then Wales coming back, or trying to pull a comeback, but the comeback did not come. Kiefer Moore was the man who got the goal for Wales right there. So 2-1. Let's talk about KDB's form.
I was stating this morning that I felt he's the best player in the world right now, form-wise. Before you guys corrected me that Neymar is on another level. Well,
like the
other level is not really too far apart.
Yeah.
But Neymar has been on his goal scoring form. Neymar, calm down. You know, say the Mundial don't did calm. Calm down. But let me be realistic, right? What the Belgium team is doing, like we were talking about them a few days back regarding their golden generation and not living up to expectations. I don't know. Maybe probably someone played out our clip to them, because they were fantastic in the first 60 minutes. I would say
it was all them. Actually.
It was all Belgium. They could have easily led 5-0 at that time. KDB, beautiful goal. Look at that ball he hit the bar with.
That should have been a goal.
A goal and a half.
Should have been a
Then
goal.
look at his assist for Michi Bashua. It's tapping. He barely looked at the place. Prince, no, my grandma goes squam. Now they don't lay out for him. Just tapping, bro. Just tapping. That's the quality KDB is having. That is the quality Elenana is enjoying. That is the quality that guy is going to bring to any team in the world. KDB is a legend, please.
For me, I'm looking forward to seeing what the Belgian team will be giving us in the World Cup for me, because it's looking like now or never for them.
Yeah.
They need to. I mean, you need to do something with this crop of boys. Eden Hazard for one as well. His return also has been quite good. I mean, we're getting to see the Hazard we saw at Chelsea. We're going to see that man. I miss him. I absolutely miss him, and I can't wait to see what the Belgian team would show us. I mean, November is already around the corner. I've got keepers. I can't wait to see what the Mundial is going to bring. Some cracking games. You're having teams that is the quality, is the sheer number. Like you're having quality here, quality there, everywhere you turn.
Replacement, just in case
you feel me? So, and I'm looking forward to that. Mind you, this Belgian team did not have Romelu Lukaku. I mean, it's just like. This is just a tip of the ice block, as some people would say. So you've not even seen it all. All right, so still in Group D right there of the League A. Let's talk about Netherlands. The Netherlands, they went away to Poland. Poland welcomed Netherlands. Yeah, and what a game. 2-0 in favor of the Dutch team. They busted, I think. Yeah, they deserve to even score more than 2 goals.
Yeah, Poland saw the war. Forget saying at the house, they saw the war. But it should be more than this. It should be more than this. Not going to badmouth Poland, because they had their attempts. A few.
Yeah, they were able to convert.
Lewandowski was missing the whole 90 minutes.
I was wondering.
He didn't have a shot.
Is it there?
On target. Didn't even have a shot at all. My guy was missing the whole 90 minutes. Are you going to attribute that to the...
I think it's the quality of the supply.
Quality of the supply is
so much
you can do. Apart from the quality of the supply, it's the quality of the position they were facing. Because Holland, Netherlands, they're the same thing. They were playing like it was the final. Did someone whisper in their ears, like, guys, calm down? You saw Gakpo's goal, the first goal. It was good. It was quite good. That's tiki-taka at its beautiful best.
It was the movement off and on the ball. I'm very glad you mentioned that. For me, the Netherlands, right? The movement, it was so beautiful to watch. You know, if you and for me, it goes to say that the quality of the opposition, whoever it is that they are facing, like how much you had to be 100 at almost every point during the game, because you take your eyes off the ball once, bro, they're already in your 18-yard box, and that it's quality. It's quality for me, and I would like to see the Netherlands as well. Just continue in this stead. Give us something explosive in the World Cup. Like give us a game and a half. And from Dupay to Dijon, let's mention those two fellas are out right now, injured. Frankie Dijon as well as Memphis Dupay. So Barca is not going to be enjoying this particular one, really. And for me, I was quite heartbroken. I mean, I want competition. I want a fierce competition, and that's what I want to see in the La Liga. So having to see some important key figures go out injured, and I hope they get back soon anyway.
Because the Clasico is in a few weeks.
Yeah, see, please, I want exciting games, FYI. All right, talking about the Group D right there, it's not unexpected that we have Netherlands with 13 points, topping that group quite comfortably. Belgium with 10, and Poland with 4, and Wales with 1. The bill factor is not billing.
Yeah, willing. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. All right. Away from that particular game, let's go on to Croatia taking on Denmark. What a game! What a matchup for me. I was very excited about that game because of the quality of players both countries boast of. How was that game really?
The game was beautiful. The game was beautiful. It was as much as we expected it.
It lived up to it.
Yeah, enough goals, not too much, not too little. Enough goals, too many qualities, talking points in that game, plenty. We had stars. Look at Modric, Christian Eriksen. Christian
Eriksen's goal. You have to mention that. You absolutely. There is no way you save that. There is no
No
way.
keeper is saving that.
There is
12
no
keepers
way you're stopping that
12
from going
keepers
in. It's
isn't.
oh God, Erickson. Just keep up the good work. We see you.
We're actually glad to
We
have him.
acknowledge you.
We're actually glad
I'm
to
very
have him.
happy for him. I'm
Yeah.
very happy for his return.
His return has been beautiful.
Yes,
Manchester
right.
United are actually enjoying this because my guy is like, I'm back from the dead. And me coming back, I'm not just coming back to
Back
be
with the
mid.
bang.
No, I want to be
You know,
the Christian Eriksen. The Christian Eriksen
I'm-
we all loved and feared at Tottenham. Before moving to
love
Inter
it, love
and
it.
everything.
Let's talk about. Okay, we've already waxed lyrical about Eriksen's goal. Actually, his goal was the last goal. Beg your pardon, that was the second goal of the game. Yeah, before. Okay, the
Raja.
first goal for Croatia
Maya.
was for Sosa. And Maya scored, oh God, the quality of goals. If you did not catch that game, check out the highlights. The quality of
Beautiful,
goals.
beautiful.
All three goals, impeccable.
Yeah.
They were pristine. They were beautiful. They were impeccable. Have I mentioned that?
Yeah, she did.
They were gorgeous. Okay, it was just amazing. It was amazing. Croatia, I think they wanted a bit more, or they were able to find something even when the Danish team were able to block a couple of goals right there.
Yeah.
And they got it. So Croatia with 10 points in Group A, Denmark with 9, and France sitting not comfortably, but they sit in third place with 5 points, and the Austrian team with 4 points. That takes us now to the France game. France taking on Austria, 2-0. The likeliest of suspects were the goal scorers, as you would expect. Kylian Mbappe and Olivier Giroud were the difference for the French team.
Yep.
Let's talk about. I was talking about the France national team, how much quality they boast of, but so far so good. They've not given us all that in the Nations League.
Yeah, so they have been subpar. They have been mid to an extent in the.
I mean, they just got their first win.
First win after 5 games. That speaks a lot. That speaks volumes on. Would I say on how much, what's it called? How much concentration, how much work, effort is being put into playing the Nations League or playing in your various club football. But nevertheless, you are France. You are perennial world champions. You are the what's it called? You are the
Current
current
holders
holders of the Nations League. You are meant to give us more. You're meant to give us more than what we get now. You're just a win away from being what England was, about what England is currently is right now in the group. But nevertheless, that match could have actually ended like France. Yes, 6 to 7 goals.
Yeah.
Mbappe has been on fire this season. Don't get me wrong. But
He's
Mbappe
scoring,
has been
but he's been wasteful. Yeah.
Mbappe should have nothing less than 20 goals already this season. If he has been taking all the chances,
But I think
he has enough services in PSG. He has more than enough services in France too. He's supposed to be taking these chances. He's doing his part. He's doing his bit. He's getting the goals in. He's getting the much needed goals at some point. But there are instances in a bit more clinicality. You want to enter the television and go and beat him up. I'm like, what is your problem? Lay the pass. This is the 5-yarder. Give it to the person. Let them bury it. You have an assist to your name, but no, my guy wants to do the Ronaldo the Nazari wants to do the bro. Come on.
And for me, it says a lot though. France were totally dominant in that particular game.
Yeah.
22 shots, and you're having 6 on target. See, it shows their dominance.
That's how we see they are too.
It shows their dominance, but for me, it also says that your coach should have some words with you.
When you're having 22 shots and 6 is only
can you convert at least like half of what you had in total as your shots to have at least 11 on target, and then it's now you and the goalkeeper, see it's how much force the defense of your opposition is going to be against you. So 22. It shows that they were dominant. They outplayed Austria. Austria had no shots. They had no shots on target. They had 4 shots in total.
And to add to it, Giroud's goal was beautiful. Beautiful. That's the strike.
What poachers do.
That's the striker. Thank you. Poachers goal. That's the striker's goal. Now, apart from the goal, right? The connection between him and Mbappe all game was beautiful. Like they understanding, yeah. So now the census is like, is that a more better duo, like Kylian Mbappe and Olivier Giroud, or Kylian Mbappe and Karim Benzema? My own analogy on this is Kylian Mbappe can work well with anybody. that is actually very good up top with him. He's working perfectly with Neymar and Messi.
For PSG,
For PSG. Oliver Giroud working perfectly well with Salemakas and Rafael Leao at AC Milan. So you expect the two of them to work perfectly together. Benzema work. If I was playing football,
it's plug and play.
Plug and play.
Plug and play.
So
for me, but I think that's a good. It's a good kind of headache to have for Didier Deschamps.
Yeah.
Why will you complain that you have too much quality? I mean, how about you have it and you're doing? Oh my God, what am I going to choose? No, it's not for lack of, oh, this one is not good enough. No, it's because they're so good and it's causing you worry that you want to have the strongest team to put forward and the best. And just choose. It's a good, for me, it's a good, fantastic headache. No headache is fantastic, but in this case, it's a great headache to have. It's one to enjoy. It's the kind of headache that Pep Guardiola has, but let's move away from that one. You have quality for days, man.
Yeah,
all right,
true.
so we already talked about France, and they are not so great form so far in the Nations League. They've not been giving us what champions do. I mean, current holders give us something, you know. They won their first game over Austria, and they outscored, outwon the Austrian team. So they will be playing Denmark next, and I think that the Danish team they are wounded because they had a good game against Croatia. So now going into this France-Denmark, who do you see it? Like, who would you be picking? Considering that France need the result as well.
That's what I'm about to say, because France need the result.
Denmark not so much.
Denmark not really. They just got. I think there is no way France can get top spot. The maximum they can get is second spot, and that is the position Denmark is occupying.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Actually, no. If France win this one, the France currently have 5 points. If they get 3 points, that's 8.
Yeah.
They're still 1 point behind
Denmark.
So I don't think it would be nice and very interesting. You're representing the France team in your colors of shirt, so which is saying
it's actually Calvin Klein though, but we move. I'm not going to say anything about it.
I'm
not French.
Okay, my bad. Sorry.
I'm Brazilian for the World Cup.
How convenient. How convenient. You saw quality is high to move.
Quality for months.
Okay. We're talking about Italy. We talk about Belgium, Wales, the Polish team, and the Netherlands team, Croatia, Denmark, France, Austria, Germany, Hungary. I mean, we're talking about the big boys. So let's talk about the games, the friendly games that we witnessed yesterday in the African continent. And some mix and matches from Europe to South America. The Brazilian team that you mentioned, let's go there. Brazil.
It's supposed to pass down one.
Brazil taking on Ghana, the Black Stars of Ghana right there. Brazil 3, Ghana 0. Marquinhos opened the scoring very early on in about 8 plus something minutes, yeah. And Richarlison getting himself a double in this particular game. And that was just the first half. When I saw, so I didn't get to see this game as it was playing. I had to catch it afterwards. When I saw 3-0, about 40, I was checking about 42nd minute. I was like, oh, 3-0. Like, if care is not taking Ghana, you might need baskets at the end of this game. But hey, it ended that way. And not for lack of dominance, I should say. It was not because, I just think like the Brazilian team decided to take it easy.
I'll attribute it to the fact that, they don't want players getting injured.
They can't afford it.
They can't afford it. So, the guys that played first half, some of them were rested for the second half game and that made them lose momentum. I wish to God they had been left alone to like the 60, 50 minutes.
What do you stand to get?
If they want to shop at 8, it goes.
What do you stand to get?
Because they will never see this coming.
It was quite for me. But we're talking about the Brazilian team early on before we came on, and I was talking about the fact that it's a team that, as an opposition, I know that names don't win you games, all right, but these guys, they don't just have the names, they have the numbers to actually back up the name. Like, if I say I'm good, I'm not just saying it, I'm actually good. In that same team, in the defense, let's talk about the goalkeeping department. You have Alisson and Edison Moraes. 2
best goalkeepers in the Premier League for
you have them in one country, one team, right? You come to the defense line, you're having Militao, who's been impeccable for Real. You have Thiago Silva, who's been the bargain of a decade for Chelsea. You have him Marquinhos bossing things quite well in PSG. you have Alex Telles, you have in the middle of the park, you have Paqueta, you have Casemiro, you have Neymar that it seems so rejuvenated, and
It's the Mundial season. What do you expect?
then up front you have Rafinha, you have Richarlison, you have Vinicius Junior. Then you not by accident so that you want to look at their bench.
That's where you have problem.
Like so, you don't think you don't have running
That's where the
stomach.
problem will now
You
start.
have that same team. You have Danilo, you have Fred, you have Firmino, you have Fabinho, you have Anthony, you have Cunha, you have Bremer.
Casemiro day.
Yes, yeah, it was in the lineup, the
Okay.
starting one. You have Rodrigo. Oh God.
No Coutinho
You have
there.
Pedro. There is no Coutinho. See, I saw that lineup and I'm like, the Brazilian team, they will. I will be disappointed if I don't see them in the final. Of the World
Very
Cup.
disappointed. They can start the group stage with their team C and they'll get 9 points. Their team C, even the whoever team, the guy that kills for himself. Why you looking at me like that? It's the truth.
Sure.
Who is in their group? Who? Brazilian.
Yeah,
I
very
know.
convenient that you're a Brazilian. How would you be
No.
Brazilian when you see this kind of quality?
My name is Ibrahim now.
I didn't see this coming. I didn't. But okay, let's talk about the Ghanaian national team. Now,
Yeah.
we have to rep Africa.
Yeah,
For me, I was saying 2 days ago that if it would be very interesting for Kudus to just to do bing bing what he did to Alison
Yes,
for Ajax, right? But I mean, they didn't eventually score any goal. But it's not for lack of for quality as well. They have some very exciting stars.
True,
I just
true.
mentioned Kudus. There's the Ayew brothers. There's Afena Gyan,
My-
who's been
my
quite.
guy, my
Who's
guy,
been.
Felix Afena-Gyan.
What do you think about the Ghanaian team? They're not bad themselves.
Well,
they just met people that they're not their
They
mates.
met their grandfathers.
You need to
in
call them
Brazil.
brothers and uncles
Hello.
and granddads.
They are their grandfathers. Brazil is their that one aside. The Ayew brothers good. They have always been good as well. Afena-Gyan for Roma under Jose Mourinho has been beautiful. That's my guy. There's Kudus, my guy. I have to forgive him. Because I don't have a choice, but we won that game. If not, I will not forgive him. But still, there's Frankesi, there's Daniel Amate, the Iñaki and Jethro Williams brothers. They're now representing
Ghana as well.
There's Carlo Martin-Odoi, who was not even called up because of his new club trying to protect his
Settle it and all
and
that.
everything. So Ghana to actually have quality. We are not going to lie about that. I want to be very objective about Ghana. Ghana's like elimination of Nigeria to the World Cup is it put them on the pedestal to like let's get further than this round. Let's get further than the group stage. Let's see what we can do regarding this group stage. So now they're in the same group with Uruguay and Portugal and I forgot the last person you're in with. I can't say they have a shout against Uruguay, but I'm so sure that match against Uruguay will be played with every Ghanaian in the world will be on that game. Every Ghanaian will be praying.
See, don't go with revenge in your mind. If you
There
go,
is
you
not-
get beat.
They should take Salah as an example, but they will not do that. I'm so sure.
I mean, Uruguay,
I'm so
South
sure
Korea,
that- yeah,
Portugal,
South
that
Korea,
same
thank
team.
you.
So I don't know. It's going to be quite interesting. It's going to be quite interesting.
I feel like they can try as much as possible to get a point either of Portugal or Uruguay, destroy South Korea,
You think?
regardless of my guy Yumison.
You think?
I'm an African. I'm just being realistic. All the bants is just bants. If Ghana start to play for World Cup now, I'll be like, hey, Ghana go, Ghana go. But if you're playing against Brazil,
I know. I hope no Ghanaian is listening. And in Brazil for the World Cup, right? Group G, we have Brazil, you have Serbia, you have Switzerland, you have Cameroon. So it's quite the matchup. Oh God, I'm salivating. It's just so for me. I'm sad.
at the same time.
I'm sad that Nigeria is not going to be there. Which we don't even show up our jersey as we normally do.
We did the unveiling of the jersey not too long ago. The jersey is
Just gonna show like that. Can you guys beat this?
Oh God. Oh.
All right. That's
They should just
it
borrow us one
Nigeria.
person's sport. Just borrow us one person's sport.
Oh, which sport will we be taking? We take Tunisians or Morocco's or Cameroon's or Ghana's.
No, England. They don't have anything to go and do there.
Away from that, I'm not going to touch that with the 10 football. Away from that, let's move on to another very exciting friendly we actually did see. We have Egypt we had Egypt taking on Niger, and it was the Mohamed show.
Yep.
Not just Mohamed Salah. You also had Mustafa Mohamed getting himself on the score sheet. For me, the first goal from Mo was.
Was there.
I was like, Mo.
Salty Mo.
It was very, very good. And then you had Mustafa Mohamed doubling the lead for Egypt. And that's another very interesting absence that's going to be at the World Cup as well.
Yes.
It would have been quite exciting to see
It's
the
gonna be
Egyptian
very-
team
see,
at the World Cup.
like the biggest team out of Africa, right? Egypt, regarding their based on their what's called Nations Cup wins, is not in the World Cup. Algeria, not in
Yeah,
the World Cup.
also an absence. Yes.
Nigeria, not in the World Cup. I wish these three teams were in the World Cup, but now that we are not in the World Cup, we just have to sit back and observe the people there at the World Cup. Egypt is going to be the most pained out of all of them, but that is not going to be the lack of trying because they were beaten by the best team in Africa
Senegal.
for the past 2-3 years right now, and Senegal to me are still going to be the shining light for Africa in this coming Nations Cup, coming World Cup. I beg pardon, and I hope to God the cohesion, the family-like union they all have, they take it to the World Cup and
They keep that on, and let's see if what
make us
we'll be
proud.
able
They should make us
to
proud.
achieve from that. For me, the World Cup is already upon us. November, it's quite close,
It's
and
like tomorrow.
yeah, right. But the sad part for me is that club football has to be on hold for that to
It's actually
happen.
going to be interesting. I want to see how it's going to be like because we are pausing club football and we are going to be having a mundial during the festive period.
Which is quite exciting.
Why did Nigeria not qualify?
We are not there. Just go and find a handkerchief and clean your
No,
face.
no problem. No, they are
Yes,
not
no.
there. We are there. Brazil.
Life.
Brazil.
See, you see, that's how human beings typically are, though. When everything is nice and sweet, they like
No,
you.
no, I have boys there now. Alisson
Yeah.
is there. Fabinho is there. Firmino is there.
All right.
Boys,
Anyway,
Otomelo is
we're
there.
back to the games. The games that are going to be going down
Okay.
this evening. We have Spain taking on Switzerland. It's quite the game. What are we expecting to see? The Spanish team for me, it's not been all that. So far, so good. They've not been giving me all I want. I mean,
Sure.
even though I know that the team they had 2008, 2010, it's not the same.
2012.
Yeah, it's not the same. I
It's not
get
the same.
it, but they're having new stars being injected into that squad. You're having Pedri, who has been a workhorse for that team. You're having Gavi. You're having very exciting stars, really quite
Yes,
young
yeah.
and all that. So, what are we expecting from the Spain Switzerland matchup this evening?
On the norms, we will say Spain to win, but we know Switzerland. They don't agree. They know they agree, especially if they see like you are either world champion or
A former one.
a former world champion, or like your rank is higher than they are. That's when they want to show that no, the former FIFA president for a long time was in our country. Was our countryman, Sepp Blatter. So we had a whole lot of development in our country towards football, and don't let us lie. Don't let us lie. Switzerland have the best. Let me say the best. One of the best developing. They are one of the best developing countries. Let me say it like that. Regarding football, because they have stadiums for days. They have training facility for almost every school there. Their structure is
They've been doing their best to
Yeah.
focus on the development.
and it is already
football.
telling the way they play their football. Well, was it the Euros where they go as far as wasn't it the semi-finals where Granit Xhaka was having the
He had quite the run.
my guy turned
really.
to prime Zidane. It was beautiful to see. Well, let's see about the game against Spain. Spain has not been Spain that we know of them. That will give you pain anytime of the day. But at the end of the day, Switzerland is not a bad team. It's not a bad team. They have my boy Granit Xhaka as a script. They have Georgian, Shaqiri, and the likes. Well, I tilt towards Spain. I still tilt towards Spain at the end of the day.
I mean, yeah, but here it's football. I wouldn't mind a surprise or 2 or 3. All right. Let's take on.
That should be like 3 goals, Abi.
I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe
She
Switzerland
know.
3,
She-
Spain nil. I'm just saying. But it will be quite interesting, really. I mean, the mighty have been falling so far.
Yes,
So I won't be surprised if we have a bit more.
And now Okafor has been on an impeccable form for his club.
Yeah, so it might just translate. It would be
Yeah.
nice to see him translate
The Omoibo.
that form. And the Switzerland, for me, it's the Swiss, right? The youth in that team, in that squad. I'm very excited. I'm very excited for them.
That's what I was
How
saying about it.
explosive, how quick they are. Want to and that's it. They hit you. I cannot wait to see what that's going to come for. And a game currently ongoing that we have to mention has got to be Armenia taking on Ukraine. Ukraine just got the 4th goal as we were just having this conversation. You are having, see, a lot of the names I can't pronounce it though. You guys, you have Timichik, Alexander Timichik, Timichik, beg your pardon, getting the 1st goal, and you have Alexander Zubkov getting the 2nd. Artem Dobik getting the 3rd, and Danilo Hianatenko getting.
I felt like that was Yenacho. It looked like Yenacho. But I mean, it looks like an evenly balanced game. But
it did not look.
No, I'm talking about the attempts. The attempts they both have.
We can see that Ukraine have been.
They shot 4-0.
They've been bossable, but you're having 4. You're please,
no, it's the attempts.
How do you concede 4? Excuse me. You concede 4. You're telling me it's evenly balanced. Evenly what?
I said attempts. Look at this, she's just crucifying me. Attempts.
Okay.
When attempts like this and like this.
No,
but
it's like this, it's like this and like this. They are levels. So the Ukrainian team giving us some very, very exciting. I mean, this is a game that to watch the highlights will suit you.
Yes,
yeah, right. So they're doing quite well in the League B where they are. I mean, they are owning where it is that they are. They're currently top the Group A in the League B with 10 points. Right? Yeah. And as for Scotland, 9 points. They have Ireland 4, Armenia, and
today
with 3. So it's quite exciting for me. It's quite interesting. So let's get back to the games this evening. We also have Czech Republic taking on Portugal. The Portuguese team have on paper look like the clear favorite in this one. So are we expecting any kind of upset?
I'm not expecting any upsets. No surprises. Oh, don't let me say that. Hungary was.
But I don't think that was not a surprise.
It was beating Germany at the backyard by a goal to nothing, and Germany, with all the firepower they have, didn't even get a goal. Only had 3 shots on target. Surprising. If Hungary were to beat them 2-1, beat something like that. It was 1-0 still recommendable, admirable, but still upon though. Regardless, right? I still feel this is Portugal's game to lose. I don't see them losing this game against Czech Republic. Probably the lack of concentration might
set in for them.
Though they have stars now. Ororo.
You might not even get
get
this game. Right? There's Matheus Nunes. Well,
João Moutinho.
João
Felix. Bernardo Silva. João Cancelo, Nuno Mendes.
It's kind of exciting for me, the firepower that the Portuguese team also boast of. And I mean, let's see what. Right, let's see.
Do you have faith?
I don't know. I don't know if he's back, but hey, it's Rafael Leao as well. Do we skip that? Do we skip him?
Did you just skip Rafael Leao?
Yeah, so for me it's quite exciting. I would like to see
Andre Silva too.
Yes, the team are also in that same squad. So let's just bring it on. Nuno Mendes, did we mention him?
I mentioned him, Nuno Mendes.
So it's quite exciting what the kind of squad that the Portuguese team have to boast of, the kind of quality, the kind of cohesion that they actually do have. Well, it's clear. For me, I feel like the Portuguese team are the clear favorites.
As I stated earlier.
It's football. Things have been happening. It's not like anything that can happen. It has been happening.
Always happening.
It absolutely have been happening. Scotland taking on Ireland as well this evening. What are we expecting from that game?
That game is really balanced. Forget the fact that Scotland is not much. They're a little bit more firepower. They have more firepower than Ireland, as it is, because they got players we are more inclined to. We are more recognizable.
We know, like yes. we see week in, week out.
Scott McTominay, there is Robertson, there is Kieran Tierney. You have players.
Arsenal man.
Yeah. This is the British game. This is the British game, I would say. But I don't feel Ireland is going to put any surprises against Scotland, especially Scotland being at their house. Well, the what's it called? The rivalry factor might come in, the debut factor might come in, but I don't see anything Ireland want to do here. This is me saying my own part of the point of view.
You see Scotland taking this one.
All 3 points.
How many goals?
2
goals
at the list.
And they're not considering any.
I don't know about that. I'm not to postpone.
All right, guys. I mean, let's get your conversation. Join in the conversation as well. Which of the games this evening are you expecting to see? Which game are your eyes going to be like this over? Like you're expecting some firework. For me, Spain, Switzerland is one. I think it's going to deliver some exciting stuff. There's also Czech taking on Portugal as well. That's another game that I expect that is going to be quite exciting as well. And then we have Scotland taking on Ireland. And a host of other games really, but we just had to talk about the ones that we expect to have the most drama and the most goals, I guess,
Hopefully.
as you would say. A quick, very, very quick touchdown. Let's talk about our game on Tuesday, talking about the Nigerian national team, Nigeria taking on Algeria. That's one friendly that has a lot of history, has a lot of rivalry. I mean, he
so
has
to an extent.
he does have. I mean, we don't. You cannot look at Algeria as regards African football and not give them their dues. You
Yeah,
cannot look at
deserve it,
Nigeria
yeah.
as regards African football and not
Give us
also.
our dues.
You know, so it's quite a game for me. And what are we expecting? Let's talk about our own. Right? What are we expecting from our boys? It's a new manager. They've been settling in. We've been having some, should I say, outrageous wins, and the one against Sao Tome, right? We've won against Sierra Leone. What are we expecting generally from the Nigerian side? And let's mention the fact that Victor Osimhen also will not be in action.
Yeah, Victor Osimhen not in action, Umar Sadiq not in action. So I like I said, I won't say this. Like I feel Taiwo when he's going to spear the attack, but regardless of one player, the whole team, I feel they want to like impress Osipos, the new coach, as much as they can to like cement their spots in the team. So any level we come up against, any level we come up with, I feel they are going to be justified as long as the coach does his job without having any interference to decide.
Let me butt in there for a bit. We're also going to be without Wilfred Ndidi. Is rumored to be injured, yeah.
So that is where my own problem comes in now. So Ndidi now is injured, so we are left with three midfielders. Osipos invited, Onyedika, Onyeka, and Iwobi. So
I really don't know.
How is he going to do it? We have loads of strikers, we have loads of defenders, 3 goalkeepers available to us, but 3 midfielders.
Will my deputize one of the goalkeepers?
I
mean, we had this conversation earlier, of which I didn't mention that I didn't understand the reason why there was so much scarcity in midfield options. So there was so much scarcity in the quality we could have called. I mean, we have so bowlers. Where are they? Is the question. So they are scarce. That's the point. So for me let's see. I don't know what formation, what tactics the coach is going to employ, but it's going to be quite interesting to see how we turn out against the Algerians. I mean, both teams were currently licking our wounds as we'll both be absent
for the World Cup.
So let's just see what our boys will be doing. So let us know how many goals do you see Team Nigeria winning by or losing by?
No, I don't see us losing.
I'm just saying
I just
it's
want to
football.
say I don't see
or are we drawing it? We'll share the spoils.
Looks like that to me.
I mean, how many goals?
I want something,
4-4.
Something like that. I want something fiesta-ish. Like
so that would be nice.
That would be very nice.
I don't see it happening though. I don't see it happening.
You don't know. It's football.
That's true.
I have a 3-3 though.
Okay, that'll be quite interesting. Let's talk about this game that's currently ongoing. Another friendly game. South Africa taking on Sierra Leone, and the South Africans have been having a swell time.
And they're not at the World Cup.
Themba Zwane got 2 goals so far in this encounter. Minali Mayambela as well, 49th minute goal. And you have Aubrey Modiba getting the latest goal, 7-2.
They should be careful of Sierra Leone. They are leading Sierra Leone 4-0. They should ask Nigeria what happened to Sierra Leone when we were leading them 4-0. The match ended 4-4.
But I don't think this is going to
Nobody
happen.
thought Sierra Leone was going to
85th minute.
85th minute.
South Africa will be dry in this one, but I could be wrong.
No, you are not wrong. Sierra Leone. You are seeing the repercussion. Come back now. Come back.
All right, guys. We hope that you guys had as much fun as we did on the show. So let us know, join in the conversation across our socials. It also which of the games you're expecting to see the most fireworks from for Team Nigeria taking on Algeria. How many goals are you expecting to see? And a few, actually, a few. I mean, no one wants a boring. Even though not all draws are boring, not all goalless draws are boring. In fairness, but I'm not a fan of woodworks. Okay, so instead of you eating the wood, put it inside, at the back of the net. Another game we should talk about has to be the Ivory Coast Togo game. What are you expecting?
Ivory Coast for the win. Easy win.
See.
Easy peasy win.
Okay, all right.
It's a friendly though.
Exactly,
Ivory Coast might
right?
not line up with
The big boys, and they
but their
just
team
take
will
it
still be Togo.
Okay, Bolivia, Senegal.
Bolivia.
I don't like that. It's not nice. It's really not nice.
Do you know why? Because I've been all Brasileiro for the World Cup. My second team to the World Cup is Senegal. So anybody faces Nigeria, maybe we play friendly against Senegal. I'm all for Senegal.
We might just be angry that Senegal are going to the World Cup and we're not going to be, and we just show them what we're made of.
We might be what? Angry that Senegal is. See, the only thing that will make us angry and do that is by injuring those boys, and I hope we are not going to be that savage. If Senegal cash Nigeria right now, but let's be realistic. We have a new coach. We have Osiposero.
So I think the boys.
And we won our last game 10-0, so we might probably be 9-0.
Do you think it's easy?
We might probably be Senegal 9-0.
In our dreams.
Hell, you know it's in our dreams.
I'm not saying we can. No, my point is we can't beat Senegal. How tough, how fierce, how feisty would that game be? It's a different case. Is it half nil? We don't know. But that 9.
It's still that.
So why me?
But I doubt they want any African opposition for their preparations towards
I don't think that's what they need.
Same thing as Ghana. That's why Ghana is not hosting any African nations as an opponent. Okay,
so it's quite interesting, really. For me, this international break has not been boring at all. It's had some marquee fixtures, marquee games.
On Monday too,
right?
And tomorrow
as well. So we have games really, and which are the
yesterday for Argentina.
As he always does. So at this point, I don't think he makes the news anymore. All right, guys, we're leaving the studio, and we hope you have a fabulous, fabulous weekend, and you relax and just take care of yourself. Enjoy this round of games that you get to see with us. All right, so stick around right here on SEETV. Many more of premium content, of course, is coming your way. So we're coming way again. Make sure to take care and have a fabulous time. Bye.
Peace. Brasileiro.
Hey there! So you think you know about football? Join me, Omola Bakaraji, on SEETV every Tuesdays and Thursdays and put your football knowledge to the test. You stand a chance to win up to 5 gigabytes of data. All you have to do is to follow us across our social media handles and answer the question on there correctly. To participate on the live quiz show, our handles are on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. It is at SEETV Live, and on Instagram and TikTok, it is at SEETV Live 1. So if you think you know about football, this is the place to be. Hey there! So you think you know about football? Join me, Omola Bakaraji, on SEETV every Tuesdays and Thursdays and put your football knowledge to the test. You stand a chance to win up to 5 gigabytes of data. All you have to do is to follow us across our social media handles and answer the question correctly. To participate on the live quiz show, our handles are on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. It is at SEETV Live, and on Instagram and TikTok, it is at SEETV Live 1. So if you think you know about football, this is the place to be.